Alright, so I just saw Captain America Civil War, and literally just got home from it, and I have to say it was amazing. Like, it was incredible. Like, it was really, really good. I know it's just, I just got back from it, but I feel like I'm pretty sure this is my new favorite Marvel movie in terms of the MCU, the cinematic universe, the Disney-owned Marvel movies. I don't know, because I'm a big X-Men fan. I don't know if it beats out all the X-Men movies or, all the other Marvel movies that have been made that don't pertain to the cinematic universe, but this was just, it was awesome, like, in terms of scale, and I'm going to keep this spoiler-free for now. I'll do spoilers at the end of this video, but right now, I'm just going to keep it spoiler-free for those who haven't seen it yet. It was amazing. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just at a loss for words of how good it was. I will say, though, like, the main first half of the movie, I would say, like, the first half is kind of, like, dramatic. Like, it's more dramatic than anything else. There's a lot of drama, dialogue, and setting up for what's to come at the end. But it pays off, like, completely. I was like, when I was watching, I was like, when is this gonna, when is this gonna be, when's it gonna pick up and get all, Civil War? But it happens, and it pays off. The big fight at the the airport or whatever, with the heroes fighting the two sides fighting each other. It's awesome. It's the best part of the movie, in my opinion. And in terms of like scale and the ensemble, how many characters were in this movie is just insane. Like, I used to think Age of Ultron was like a huge, there's so many characters in this movie. No. This movie, Civil War, it blows it out of the water in terms of how many characters there are. And new characters, of course, Spider-Man and Black Panther being like the two big ones. But wow, and there's tons of like twists and turns in the movie that I did not see coming either. And it was just awesome. All the acting was great. All the characters were awesome together. I love seeing it. Like, it felt like I was watching a legitimate like comic book story. A lot of Marvel movies feel like, oh wow, this is like really comic book-esque. Like, I had that feeling with the first Avengers, Age of Ultron. A lot of the latest movies, like the first movies in the MCU were just kind of whatever, but now they're starting to feel like these big ensemble things where you have characters from other stories coming in. Just seeing Vision, and in particular Vision, and like people like Scarlet Witch interact with each other. It's just like, wow, like all these people interacting with each other. It's like, it's just a really cool thing, having the cinematic universe where all these movies intertwine with each other and, follow up with one another and stuff. It's just really awesome. I'm glad it exists. With all the TV shows and everything. I need to check out like Daredevil and, Jessica Jones and all those shows. I've never watched them. I hear they're great, obviously. And I have Netflix, but I just never got around to watching them. But eventually it's all going to coincide. I'm assuming in Infinity War, every single character is going to be in that movie. Even from all the TV shows, everyone's going to mesh together in that. But with this movie, it was incredible. Like, I'm like at a loss for words. Like, it was so good. Yeah, I would rank it higher than the Avengers, Ultron, even Winter Soldier. Like, everyone like thinks, oh, Winter Soldier, you can't beat that. The Russo brothers who directed this, and they just knocked out their other movie. Like, they just completely outdid themselves, you know what I mean? So, yeah, if you're a fan of the MCU, you're obviously going to see this. I don't have to tell you. And if you're just, you should watch all the other movies if you haven't seen them before you see this. What is this, like, this is like the 13th, I think, 13th movie in the whole series, and there's also all the TV shows too, but those aren't necessary. I don't think so. But, yeah, definitely check this movie out. Like, go see it, like, as soon as you can. It was fantastic. I'm glad I went to see it in theaters. Spider-Man was awesome. The actor was great. Everything was great. I didn't have any problems. He didn't feel thrown in or anything. Black Panther didn't feel thrown in. Even though they didn't get their own solo movies yet, they did not feel thrown in. They contributed to the story, and wow. The movie's really emotional, too. Like, there's a big emotional twist in the movie that I did not see coming. Like if you've seen it, it's near the end. You know what I mean. You'll see. Wow, it was awesome. Like that's all I can say. I would. I don't know if ratings wise, I would give it probably like a 9 out of 10. It was that good. Like it was that good. I was seriously entertained. And I don't know if I'm team captain or not, but I did wear this. It's a cool shirt I have. But you root for. I don't think you can root for just one side. Like you see both sides, and it's like wow. I don't know who to choose. There's certain points where I rooted for one side, and certain points where I rooted for the other. It's just I don't know, but it all felt really, really good, and there was like a underlying message with how this all happens. Like I don't want to spoil, but basically what happens is everyone ends up fighting each other. Obviously, it's not a spoiler, but there's a certain orchestration going on with it. Like there's a certain, I'm not going to say like who or what, but it was kind of orchestrated to happen this way, and I was just like, wow, that's deep. Like the way it's revealed as to why the motive behind orchestrating the Avengers fighting each other is just like, oh wow, So yeah, I'm gonna talk about spoilers because I really need to like. It's easier for me to talk about what happened in the movie. Come back to this video if you want after you've seen the movie, and then watch this part I'm about to do with the spoilers. Yeah, just go see it. Like seriously, it's amazing and it's worth it. Now I can't wait till it comes out on Blu-ray because I'm gonna watch it like a million times. Like, yeah, probably my favorite Marvel movie. I think probably out of every Marvel movie. Yeah, so give it a watch. So I'm gonna talk about spoilers. Thank you for watching regardless, and spoiler talk. So, alright, click away if you haven't seen it. Okay, as far as spoilers go, the first big thing that really got me was Agent Carter's death, or Peggy Carter, whatever you want to call her. Captain America's love from World War II. Yeah, it's just like because this is a Captain America movie too. You have to keep in mind, even though you don't necessarily have to side with Captain America with the whole, should we sign, should we not sign thing, and also protecting Bucky and whatnot. But you have to keep in mind it is a Captain America movie, and it's about him mainly. He is the main star, and I think he is the main protagonist, the main focus of the movie. But that was just like a big thing for his character, you know what I mean? Dealing with the death of her and stuff, and also revealing that what's her name, Agent whatever from Winter Soldier was her niece, right? Because she said, "Oh, Aunt." I used to call her Aunt Peggy or whatever. I don't. But that's his new love interest, which is kind of crazy. That's another Carter. But that was a funny moment when he kissed her, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier were in the car. Like they gave him a smile. I was laughing out loud. That was great. I think that was the funniest part of the movie, to be honest. That and anything with Ant-Man. Ant-Man was perfect in this movie. And Spider-Man were perfect in this movie. Like I said before, the whole ensemble feeling of this movie was just incredible. What else should I talk about? Well, the big thing at the end, what I was saying, the big emotional twist was that Bucky killed Tony's parents, which is nuts to think about. I kind of figured it out, though, in the movie when they showed Bucky killing 2 people in a car, or whatever, or killing people who were in a car. They didn't show who was in the car, and I was like, oh, that's gotta be Tony's parents. Because when you first see Tony, they show a flashback, or kind of not a flashback, just like a simulation of the last time he saw his parents. And I figured out, oh, they're going to involve Tony's parents in the story at some point, obviously, so it has to be them. That was really emotional, like at the end when they revealed it, and Tony's just watching the footage of his parents getting killed. I was just, oh my god, I almost cried. It was so sad. And I was like totally rooting for Tony at that point. I was just like, Tony, you need to kill him. Like, wow. I know he was just, got that all in his head to just kill, take order. He's a soldier, basically. He's brainwashed, so it wasn't Bucky that killed him. It was the Winter Soldier that killed him. But still, Tony needed to get some, form of revenge. He blew off Bucky's arm. That's close enough, I guess. Didn't necessarily have to kill him. It wasn't Bucky that did it, like I said. But that was just, wow, that really got me. And what else? Just the fight sequences were fantastic. Like at the airport sequence again. Oh, another emotional part was when War Machine crashed. I actually thought maybe he would die, but they didn't kill him off, thank God. But that was really emotional, seeing Tony get all serious, like, oh man, I don't want to lose my friend, you know? But yeah, it was just awesome, like, you know, they had so many people in there. They had Hawkeye, they had Ant-Man, they had Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was great. Aunt May just keeps getting younger and younger. Marissa Tomei, who was in My Cousin Vinny, Mona Lisa Vito, or Mona Lisa Vito? That was her name in My Cousin Vinny? If anybody's seen that, that's one of my favorite movies, My Cousin Vinny. That was cool to see her in there. And I thought Tom Holland was really good as Spider-Man. Like, I don't mind that he's a young kid and whatnot. It's supposed to be a new take on it. They don't need to rehash the same old thing again with Uncle Ben getting shot and whatnot. I'm pretty sure Uncle Ben's dead already because he wasn't in this movie, but you never know. Maybe he was just out of town or something. But yeah, this was it was a really good introduction, and like I said, Black Panther was pretty good too. And Spider-Man, they haven't had their own movies yet, but this was still proper. I didn't feel like they like rushed it or anything or threw them in there. It was pretty good. All the acting was fantastic, like I said. And yeah, I did not see Crossbones getting killed. Like, I didn't expect that. They would just kill Crossbones off like that. I thought he would be like not a major villain, but like a bigger part in the movie. And, what I was saying earlier too, with the whole, orchestration of them fighting each other was the guy, Zemo, or whatever, kind of the main antagonist of the movie, if you think about it, because he's the reason why everything happens, kind of. His family got killed, I think, during the battle in Ultron at the end, with the city, when the whole city gets picked up and dropped down and whatnot. Sokovia or I don't know what it's called, something like that. And his family died or whatever, and now he's just trying to get revenge on the Avengers, basically having them fight each other, and I thought that was really cool. It was interesting. He said if you can't, or he was saying something along the lines of, if you can't destroy them, it's even more impactful if you have them destroy each other or something like that. I was like, oh, that's cool, you know. And it showed Iron Man just fighting Captain America. I was like, oh wow, it's like, oh, he's right, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was great. It was a great, you know, character-driven drama because you have all these conflicting ideals, and when, you know, Black Widow was letting them escape, basically, Captain America and Bucky, and Black Panther was trying to stop her, and she just let him go. It was like, wow, you know, she really, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying. What am I saying? I'm just like rambling, but I don't know. Like I said, I just saw the movie, and it was fantastic. Like, it was great. So what else should I talk about spoiler-wise? That's pretty much it. I liked the end credit scenes; those were funny. Or, well, just the one at the end was funny with Spider-Man. And then the scene during the credits was with Black Panther. They're just setting up Black Panther, I guess, wherever he stayed. I'm not familiar with Black Panther, but it looks like they're just at his lair, I guess, or wherever he stays, his base. And it looks like Winter Soldier's gonna go back into carbonation or whatever, so that's different. Until they find a way to take the stuff out of his head. So, yeah. It was really good. I'm just trying to think of anything else that I missed. And it was awesome. I love the fact that it was 2.5 hours long. I'm like, oh, I don't want this to end. I want more. And it felt good. Like, it ended right. And yeah, it was just a great ensemble. Well, yeah, pretty much out of things to talk about, I think. But yeah, it was awesome. You know, if you're watching this part, you've seen the movie. So just let me know what you thought in the comments. Whatever, we can discuss it if you want. Well, just make sure you put spoilers, just in case, like spoilers next to whatever you're gonna say, just in case somebody reads it that hasn't seen it. Yeah, it's just really good. What's next? Doctor Strange is next, so I'm definitely gonna go check that out. And yeah, next year we got Guardians of the Galaxy 2 coming out. I believe Thor and one more movie. Spider-Man. Spider-Man's next year, isn't it? I think it is. Spider-Man's next year. I think it is, yeah. So, Yeah, it's like 3 movies a year basically from now on. And then after that, 2018 is going to be Ant-Man and the Wasp, I know that. Avengers Infinity War, right? Part 1. And Black Panther, I believe. Am I getting that right? I don't know the order. Not necessarily in that order. I'm just saying what's coming out in the year. So, yeah, it's just a lot. This whole franchise is just getting bigger and bigger. And who knows how many TV shows we're going to end up having, you know. So, yeah. Alright. Just awesome movie. So, thank you for watching. Like I said, we can discuss in the comments if you want about the movie. Just put spoiler alert, whatever. So, yeah. Fantastic. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching.